Re- Welcome to All Mama All Right. I will have to work on my intro and I will probably be running those by y'all at some point and in hopes for for the podcast. I've been thinking about songs to use also. And for some reason the song Ain't No Mountain High Enough keeps coming to me, and I think that's because of the movie Stepmom and that one great scene when the mom, she's dying from cancer and then she dances with her kids in their bedroom and all around the house. And yeah, it's beautiful. So I've been just emotional. And no, I'm not pregnant, but it's just like literally I wanted to cry after just talking about that video clip. But that is okay. It is all right, isn't it? Yeah, today I kind of wanted to talk about all just business stuff, some fun, well, all mama, all right, and kind of ideas that I'm having and any tips and tricks that for mamas that are starting a business. And no, it's not to pick your cuticles while filming. It is that I'm just learning so much from this business course that I'm taking. And it really has it just encompasses the importance of taking it slow. And maybe that should be what today is about, is just wanting the instant gratification, instant satisfaction, just everything instant. That if I want a successful business, I gotta take it step by step. It's like Alcoholics Anonymous. I mean, the steps are in order for a reason. I was that newcomer that would come in and I wanted to make amends day two. Because at that point you have you're semi-conscious, probably still a little intoxicated with the amount that I was drinking. I think my blood content probably was showing vodka levels for a good 30 days. But if I had made amends, day two, I would have just been begging for forgiveness, and the same forgiveness and the same I'm sorry that I was making all throughout my disease. So, I actually didn't even get to my amends until a year later. It was like I was a year and maybe a few months into my recovery before I was able to really see my part in the I'm sorry. And again, they're not I'm sorry. Y'all, we can go deeper in this. This is not going to be an AA thing, but I wanted the the satisfaction of people forgiving me when I didn't deserve to be forgiven. Not deserve, but I didn't gain enough time under my belt for even people to consider, forgiving, quote unquote, me. So it kind of goes the same with business. I'm finding that if I were just to say, okay, I'm going to start a podcast tomorrow and get mama on, I don't have any branding. I don't have any. It'd be sloppy. And it wouldn't be how I want to come across. And I don't think I would get that instant gratification, that even though it sounds so good, like, oh, just start. And I know that's what I did here. But even here, it's still messy. Like, I'm really doing this for me and hopefully mamas out there just to start and know that it is going to look messy. I mean, I've watched a few of these back and I'm definitely not using the right camera. I think I'm delayed in my viewing, and you guys can hear me, which is great. I think I got rid of that little tick that was going on. But that is what this next module in this business course is about, is like what equipment, what are needs, must have, like must have, cool to have, and if I was maybe after a few sales can have. And again, this is module 7. So we had to wait to before even thinking about what type of software and equipment and etc. to help put towards the business that I have been building. And it is so interesting because I really think I want to take All Mama All Right to events, to not events, but retreats, and have it be, with wellness and togetherness and connection and community, and be able to focus, certain retreats and target different mamas for those retreats, like mamas, first time getaways for mamas, mamas and eating disorders, mamas and alcoholism, mamas and postpartum depression, like really kind of focus and target different audiences under the umbrella of motherhood. Mamas and infertility, like heck, that is a huge thing. Mamas and miscarriages, everything, just every way that we as humans, but all especially mamas, feel alone, building, creating that community with the fun, with the enjoyment, with the adventure piece, with the living piece, like we go through hard things in order to live a more substantial and full life. And it sucks, duh. I mean, I wonder if I'll ever get to a point where I was grateful to have an eating disorder. I'm definitely at a point where I'm grateful to be a recovering alcoholic because of all the gifts that I have received, but especially just how I approach day-to-day living and relationships and circumstances, and just I don't know if I would have been woke, if I would have woken up to life and how to live life if I wasn't an alcoholic and didn't have the steps and didn't have sisterhood and sponsorship and it's just it's crazy. And I don't know if I would have, who knows, because not everyone who goes through a spiritual and holistic experience is an AA or an alcoholic. Absolutely not. But it made it easier for me. And recognizing those, the wounds and the feelings, and at a whole other level is, a form of living that I am really appreciative of to have gained from drinking a ton of vodka. So apologies, but not so much to the Smirnoff team, because I'm sure your sales took a hit, my friend, once I got sober. Yep. I did once do the math for how much I was spending a year on alcohol, and once I got past, like, I think $5,000, even more, I had to stop. Counting because it was depressing. I probably could have bought a home in Tuscany, but yeah, no, that's neither here nor there. Now I will just buy a home in Tuscany because, why not? But anyway, so instant gratification and just instant everything. I have, that was one thing that I know my body, I need to reteach my body. My body needs to relearn how to, I'm not going to be able to eat and then instantly feel I had to change the relationship with the fullness as that is satisfaction, as opposed to that is pain. And so that is something that I'm currently working on. And that's not going to come easy. Like this is going to be a process for me to just relearn different sensations in the body that are good that I always characterized as bad. And everything that we want instantly, it just isn't as satisfying as when you get something over time. Like when I save money, like I've been, trying to save money, and just seeing our credit card bill go down and down, and now we are putting, if we the amount of money that we spend under budget is going directly to a travel savings account. And then also we are putting a certain amount of money each month towards our, we call it our spirit nest, and that is a future home. And it's really exciting because we're not going to get that home right away. We're not going to, be able to travel whenever we want. I mean, that is the dream, but we have to build this pot, this pot of money up, and that takes time. So, but once we get those to the place where we can spend and buy the house and buy the nest and do the travel, and I mean, how much more is that going to mean? A million times more. And the reason why everything feels so good is because in the moment, the feeling that you get, it's a high, it's a dopamine hit. So, that's why the shopping for me was crazy, especially during COVID. I mean, anytime I felt a sense of boredom or fear or anxiety towards anything, it was like click, 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 save, buy, buy, happy, next. I mean, that's what it is. And it can never stop. It can literally go on forever. And so that is something that, just always have to work on, but it does, the waiting part, I guess, is what I have to continue having faith in when it comes to All Mama All Right. Because in my mind, this should be up and running. But if it was up and running, oh, Larry, choo-choo. If it was up and running, then I would not, sorry, those are my ED girls. So when they text, gotta be sure to take a look. And this thread, I swear, is saving my life. And I know it's, very helpful to the other gals as well. Total side note. And so I know when, after, having all this work done, having all my little duckies in a row, that when All Mama All Right launches, oh my gosh, I'm going to feel so confident in what I'm putting out that there won't be, any ands, ifs, or buts for why or why not All Mama All Right is successful. And I think that's just the image, and what I've been manifesting is not now, later is good. Like, no, let's not do it now. Let's do it later. No. And usually that is bad. You want everything now. So yeah, other things. I mean, it is nice to have those instant everything moments, and that can come from, little kisses or little sweets that you love. And little moments with your kiddo or puppy, and those are the things that I need to hold on to as opposed to instant material items, because I do still go to it, like, especially, trying to focus now on, not spending necessarily money for myself, but where does that go then? It goes to Zenna, which is fine, but is it fine? I'm still using the feeling and the tool of shopping to, satisfy myself from not feeling X, Y, or Z. So I just can't wait to continue working. And today I'm still trying to, hammer in this branding, but for now I'm working on content. And I think it's going to be really great having certain days themed for certain experiences that mamas go through. And, 100% providing resources will be kind of a main focus, from podcasts to books to other people to follow. I mean, heck, I just want to connect people. And I think I am a great, person and resource to connect resources. So that is, what I'm just working on, is a bunch of content today. And again, I'll hopefully have focus groups so I can learn more about what everyone is needing. And then, and yeah, but today I'm taking Z to a pediatrician. Her pediatrician, we're actually going to see Dr. Mac, not Dr. Lama, because I couldn't get in to see Dr. L before we left for Idaho, and her poor little vagina and booty, they're hurting. They're hurting every time I wipe her. So yeah, we're gonna get to the bottom of that. Hopefully, get some like steroid cream, and then we may go on a little hike in Earthbound, because I have some office hours from 5 to 6 that I most likely will keep Zenna awake. Unless I wake her up now. I don't know. This is the whole, I swear. Oh my gosh, I wish that had an app. Just every time you needed to log what you had for the, I think I've mentioned this before. I should probably get on that. Maybe that's my calling. Maybe that's a sub calling to All Mama All Right. And that is another question. Like, if you wanted to create an app, who do you go to? Like, is it just like app.com, create me now, and you type in an idea and then bam, it's created? Because that would be genius. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to go and just find some geniuses to just take all the ideas that I have and put them to good use, and then I will get all the rewards, because that is most important, right? That is hopefully not the takeaway that you get from today's episode. And yeah, this Mama is signing up. Happy Tuesday, y'all. And maybe think twice when you're getting those instant everythings, going towards those instant everythings. And maybe choose one long processed everything that will satisfy you in the end to focus on. And yeah, that's Mama signing off. Love, love, love.